Slightly reverse order, but I'll get to the other parts. But number 6, it's at top dead center. I like to write all my information down so I don't have to remember it. But notice, so it's at top dead center. The valves don't fall into the pistons or into the bores because they're hitting the pistons. I already popped the valve springs off, or the seals. So I set the first seal in place. It's got a little guide. I use a 12-point socket that's perfectly sized for the bevel, and you end up pushing them on. Sometimes I have to tap it with a hammer to get it to fit. Now that the new seals are in place, the valves stay up, or they stay in position, so you can install the keepers. Tighter with lots of friction. Now that the valve is up and the spring is compressed, I can put the keeper in. I use a little bit of grease to hold it in place. Sometimes it's hard to do, especially with one hand, but once you get one in, there it is, you can pull it up, or at least rotate it to get the other one. Now I have my hands full, but it's got both keepers in and seated, but I also do this old school to make sure that they're seated. Alright, time for the next one. Got them seated. Just a little bit of oil since I may have wiped some off. Put the rockers back on. Tighten them up till the wiggle's almost gone. And then I tighten them till the spin of the push rod locks up, or it's really, really tight. It's almost there, maybe another quarter turn. And then I give it another full lash for a street vehicle. On my track car, I do about 3/4 of a turn. Yep, number 6 is done. All tightened. Next up, rotate the crank a quarter turn. The mark's down in there. And then do number 5. 1 and 3 are already done, so here's number 5. I just had to zip them off. Grab that in a second. Just lift the whole assembly out. A little careless with this one, and the nut went down past the head, but luckily I was able to retrieve it. Sometimes I stuff a towel or a rag in there to keep from losing keepers and nuts down in there. Tighten the spring tool to compress the spring and get the keepers out. Usually I use 2 hands. I'm going to use a wrench on it. This one's loose already. You can see the keepers can move. Sometimes they stick and you gotta kind of wrap them a little bit, get them to break loose. But I'll use a magnet to get them off. Can't really do it with just one hand. Keepers out, and to wiggle with them a little bit. Once that's done, you just kind of, there you go. And of course, replace the seals.